Studios, sponsored by Penn State York, it's The Feed at 5. Now, here's Jones.
Hello and welcome to another episode of The Feed at 5, the show with the hashtag of the day and tweets you might have missed. I am your temporary host, Aaron Chernak, filling in for Jones. Jones cannot be with us today because he is currently directing a remake of Titanic with an all-goat cast. I have a feeling it's going to be bad. Time tweeted photos and video footage of Niagara Falls. The American side of the falls is almost completely frozen over. The Canadian side, while pretty frozen up itself, is still moving pretty freely, just to the sheer force of its flow and its size. Plus, Canada's used to the cold. It's not going to get all frozen up with temperatures like these. It wants to keep moving. That's what it's all about. But of course, the American side, not quite as used to cold like this. And as a result, it freaked out and just completely froze up. Perhaps the neighbors up north can send some of that awesome Tim Hortons coffee to help warm it up. But all this crazy cold and snow is just isolated to the northeast section of the continent. The rest of North America has actually been seeing record heat. This crazy climate change, which some people think isn't happening, has been causing a lot of strange things to happen. For instance, the 1,000-mile-long Iditarod dog sled race was forced to relocate 300 miles north of Iditarod because of a lack of snow in Alaska. Meanwhile, temperatures in Yellowstone National Park are almost like spring. And granted, there is that supervolcano a-brewing underneath, but still. That only contributes to a little bit of the heat. This spring-like weather has apparently knocked some bears out of hibernation. This, of course, shocked park rangers because they're not due to come out for about another month. And they spotted one the other day just munching away on the carcass of a bison. And park rangers in Yellowstone spotted a bear chowing down on the carcass of a picnic basket. Personally, I'm dreading the warmer weather. I find it unbearable. And now it's time for the hashtag of the day, sponsored by Penn State York. Today it is hashtag replace a movie title with GOAT. And yesterday celebrated several important anniversaries. In 1861, Jefferson Davis is sworn in as President of the Confederate States of America. In 1885, Mark Twain's The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn is published. In 1930, Pluto is discovered by Clyde Tambo. And in 2015, that's yesterday, NASA releases the first images of Pluto's 2 moons. Or would they be moonites? Moonies? But despite all of these historic milestones, what is everyone going nuts about? Doggies! The 139th Westminster Dog Show has chosen its winner. Despite everyone's predictions, it wasn't Swagger, the English sheepdog. It wasn't Charlie, the Skye Terrier. Nor was it Matisse, the Portuguese water dog. No, it was a 15-inch long beagle named Miss P. How did Miss P get her name? Oh well, I guess you could say that the underdog won. And finally, the literary world is all a juice. We're about to get a new book by Dr. Seuss. An unpublished manuscript was recently discovered by Dr. Seuss's family called What Pet Should I Get? And it is due to be published in July. I could hardly believe the news. I thought it must have been a ruse. Behind a schnooze-up bush, guarded by a wild grundush. A lost book by the late Dr. Seuss. I was so excited I dropped a deuce. I will read it on a plane. I will read it to David Blaine. I will read it in the rain. I will read it till I'm insane. This discovery makes me feel alive. I'm Aaron Chernak with The Feed at 5. Stay loud.